Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to visit China's Tianjin to participate in Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit 2025 from 31st August to 1st September. On the sidelines of the SCO Summit, Prime Minister Modi is likely to have a bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, first in China after the Galwan Valley clash. Before visiting China, Prime Minister Modi will have a bilateral meeting with Japanese PM Shigeru Ishiba. But before these high-profile visits, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is visiting New Delhi on 18th and 19th August, first after the Galwan Valley incident. According to India's Ministry of External Affairs, Chinese FM will hold the 24th round of special representative talks on the India-China boundary questions with India's Special Representative National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will also hold a bilateral meeting with Chinese FM Wang Yi. Soon after this meeting and before the SCO Summit, the big visit on the cards is of EAM Dr. S. Jaishankar's to Moscow on 21st August. During Operation Sindoor, India's military leadership has confessed that China has helped Pakistan with real-time intelligence apart from military equipment. India-China has long boundary dispute, and after the back-channel talks, both countries in Kazan last year in October 2024 agreed for a border patrol agreement, resuming patrolling rights in key frictional areas like Repsang and Damchok in eastern Ladakh. However, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh at the SCO Defence Ministers meeting on 25th and 26th June this year in Qingdao outlined a 4-point roadmap. Number 1. Full adherence to the 2024 disengagement agreement. Number 2. Continued de-escalation. Number 3. Border management and accelerated demarcation. Number 4. Bridging the trust deficit between the two nations. So while disengagement at some point may still remains, de-escalation is still a major issue on line of actual control, the LAC. EAM Dr. S. Jaishankar on 14 July this year, during his bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting, appreciated the Chinese side's cooperation for resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. According to India's External Affairs Ministry, the two sides agreed to take additional practical steps, including travel to each other's country and direct flight connectivity for facilitating people-to-people exchanges. External Affairs Minister highlighted the positive impact of the peace and tranquility at the border for the smooth development in bilateral relations and supported continued efforts towards de-escalation and border management. He underlined the need for cooperation on trans-border rivers, including resumption of provision of hydrological data by the Chinese side. He also took up restrictive trade measures and roadblocks to economic cooperation. Soon after the External Affairs Ministers meeting with his Chinese counterpart, the 34th meeting of the Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border Affairs, the WMCC, was held on 23rd July 2025 in New Delhi. The Indian delegation was led by Gauranglal Das, Joint Secretary, East Asia, and the Chinese delegation was led by Hong Liang, Director General of the Boundary and Oceanic Affairs Development of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. According to the statement issued by Indian MEA, the two sides reviewed the situation in the India-China border areas. They expressed satisfaction with the general prevalence of peace and tranquility in the border areas, leading to gradual normalization of bilateral relations. They agreed to maintain regular exchanges and contacts on issues related to the boundary affairs at the diplomatic and military levels through established mechanisms. With a view to advancing effective border management and sustaining peace and tranquility, the two sides deliberated on various measures as explored during the 23rd round of SR talks and the 33rd meeting of WMCC. Both sides also prepared for the next 24th round of the Special Representative talks on the India-China boundary question that will now be held in Delhi as Chinese SR Wang Yi visiting India on 18th August. NSA Ajit Doval, nearly a month after India's Operation Sindoor, against Pakistan met Wang Yi on the sidelines of the 20th meeting of the SCO Security Council Secretaries. Doval strongly emphasized that point of time the need to counter terrorism in all forms, calling for dismantling terror infrastructure, especially in Pakistan. According to MEA statement issued soon after that meeting, both sides reviewed recent developments in India-China bilateral relations and underscored the need to promote the overall development of the India-China bilateral relations, including by fostering greater people-to-people ties. So when PM Modi meets Chinese President, both countries likely to announce a slew of measures that may catch world's eyeballs. After October 23rd Kazan declaration on the sidelines of the 16th BRICS summit last year, this meeting is first for both leaders to iron out their differences. So the big questions are, India-China going to reset their diplomatic ties? That remains shrouded in mystery, but a past look on Modi's visit will help understand the potential outcome of the upcoming meeting between both the leaders. Modi made his first state visit to the People's Republic of China in May 2015. President Xi Jinping received Modi in Xi'an, his hometown, before officially talking to him in Beijing. Prime Minister Modi's second visit in China was in September 2016 when he visited Hangzhou to participate in G20 summit. The third visit was in April 2018 when he met with Xi Jinping at Wuhan informal summit. Prime Minister Modi last visited China's Qingdao in June 2018 for SCO summit. Prime Minister Modi has not visited China since June 2020 Galwan Valley clash. In total, PM Modi has met Xi Jinping at least 18 times between 2014 and 2019, including during multilateral meetings at different forums abroad. If he chooses to visit China for the regional SCO Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit from August 21st to 1st September, it will be his fifth visit to China. SCO is the 10-nation Eurasian security and political grouping that has China, Russia, India, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Belarus as members. Besides these 10 head of the states, there are 15 other head of the states that are likely to take part as observer state, dialogue partner, or invited guest countries. Interestingly, PM Modi and Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif will be in the same photo frame at SCO Summit for the first time ever since 2015 SCO Summit at Ufa in Russia, where both leaders also had the bilateral summit. How will Modi and Shehbaz Sharif react to each other post Pahalgam attack and India's Operation Sindoor? That will define the global politics. As US President Trump has claimed that United States has mediated the ceasefire between the two nuclear states, and Pakistan Army Chief, now Field Marshal Asim Munir, was invited at White House twice, and Pakistan nominated Trump for Nobel Peace Prize. However, India time and again has clarified that the talks happened between the DGMO that led to the ceasefire between both the nations post India's Operation Sindoor. However, President Trump, as of now, is still struggling to make a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. The next big meeting between Trump, President Zelensky, and European leaders are planned on 18th August, the same day Chinese FM is visiting India. Trump plans a trilateral meeting involving Ukrainian President Zelensky and Russian President Putin and possibly himself on 23rd of August, almost a week before the SCO summit in China. India is not a direct interlocutor in talks between Russia or USA or Ukraine. Neither Russia is an interlocutor between India, China or Pakistan. However, in diplomacy, India and Russia cooperate behind the scenes. However, India never accepts a third-party mediation and rather talks directly so as the Russia. But the relationship between both the nations have been very friendly, between India and Russia especially. And that is why India's MEA issued a statement that commended both the leadership at Pursuing Peace US-Russia Summit in Alaska on 15th August. Amid Trump's unjust tariffs, Indian PM Modi will strive to foster a relationship with Japan, China and Russia that secures Indian interests in trade, energy and technology, while forcing US to withdraw unjust tariffs or neutralize its impact while peace and tranquility maintained at the border with China? What do you think of PM Modi's upcoming visits and global diplomacy moving in full swing? Do write in the comment box. Thanks for watching National Defense. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.